Okay, gun control is a gun issue. Media's covering it. Joseph Biden wants to get rid of assault rifles, AR-15s, 9mm ammunition. They don't never address the real problem. Why? Prescription drugs and media brainwashing over time. Power grab like Adolf Hitler and others. Look at countries like Australia, New Zealand, and England. Wow. During the pandemic, they were beating up Australians. I know Australians were hiding out, friends of mine, hiding out somewhere else. You know, all dictators like to get rid of the guns and take over, of course. I'm not the only one that says that. Anyway, Joseph Biden has elected this sicko here, the psychopathic killer, proudly holding a picture of Waco. How many died in that mess? Wow. So this sicko is now head of the ATF. Interesting, isn't it? How the power plays, how power-hungry people. And yes, kids should be protected at all costs against madmen going around killing people. You can't really prevent it unless you are smart and had security around schools. Come on. A lot of sickos out there. There's really sick people. Defunding the police. Well, that's, of course, a lot of cops in the United States are crooked too, but there are a lot of good cops. So, defunding, not punishing the criminals. Anyway, in Canada, let's go to Canada. Okay, well, I'm a gun collector. I've always has been. And this is quite the thing for Daddy Trudeau. Becomes target of angry gun collector. Yes, he did. They simply mess with the wrong people. I had the support of all the Canadian gun collectors across Canada, 2 lawyers, R. Flynn Marr, who's a gun collector, and Machine Gun Martin, who collected AR-15s and machine guns. And indeed, I won my cases. Used full media and won the cases, and after that the RCMP officer, Constable Chalco, was fired, and I went after him and the RCMP for damages to the provincial ombudsman. And after winning my case, I communicated with Joe Clark, who was Prime Minister of Canada, and I got some letters back and forth. He seemed to be quite interested in my case. And this was, I was waiting for my arsenal. And that's me. And eventually they returned everything as ordered by the courts. I was a very active machine gun collector. Plus army rifles. And here you go. Court tells RCMP to return weapons to gun collector. Good old Trudeau, Daddy Trudeau, and Baby Trudeau's doing the same thing, except on a grander scale, it looks like. Of course, he's a dictator unto whatever, you know. Interesting, way back when, some of the says they claim to have been able to get one working. 3 cheers for Trudeau's Just Society. We also have a number of cases of refused registration over thee, and then this is a long time ago, by the way. Shotgunner being ignoring this. This is John Hutchison of Vancouver. Okay, let's go to the next one. Okay, so this is the first National Firearms Association publication in Canada at that time, and I was written up in here. Who's that? Gordon Allen? This is in German. Behind the page behind that's in German for some reason. Okay, let's go to the next photo. This is some months ago when Trudeau was wrecking the truckers and jailing them and stealing their accounts. I sent out an email to all these people. And Tucker Carlson covered it. Who else in this group? I'm trying to... Kevin, no. Robert, no. Frank, no. Fox News. I think he did. O'Reilly at Fox News. Fox... And boy, did Tucker Carlson cover the story. Okay, well that ends that. But remember, if they take your guns, there is indeed no protection against psychopathic people. These people have problems. Like I mentioned, prescription drugs, illegal drugs, and many other issues, which are addressed by many other people too. Not only me, but other folks. And we all know what happens when gun control takes over. Oh, they'll take the AR-15s. Yeah, okay. Well, then slowly take other ones, and then other ones, and other ones. Same old games. A lot of people have been on diets of junk food for decades, and they turn into big blimps. Walking stuffed ones, I call them. And they're on prescription drugs. They go berserk. Prozac will make you go berserk. Study it. Look it up. Okay, I'm going to end this story, but don't let them win. Push back, group. Whoever's out there, do it for the kids' sake. Horrible tragedies. Killing kids. I love kids. I always went up as kid sitters in different countries. For that to happen is really pathetically sick. Again, that's mostly the fault of your politicians. Should have been a professional armed veteran at these schools when this is going down for the last several years. But oh no. No. This U.S. government sent tons of money to Ukraine. Lets the citizens starve, homeless, no proper things for people to learn and get help. Pretty sad. So the tragedy happened with kids and other places. No awareness of the real issue. Very sad. Reality comprehension disorder to the supreme. Wow, and these governments are going rotten and taking over a lot of things, and so many laws and regulations that nobody knows what to do anymore. Anyway, I'm ranting away. Okay.